most of the time during the day, I'm just a little floss.
There you go. Good for you. You're better than a lot of Americans. We floss it up. Got a water pick too over there?
I do have a water pick. I didn't buy them. It's my wife's water pick. But I was told by my dentist, they don't work like floss. Doesn't count.
No, they don't. But it's better than nothing.
They asked me. They were like, do you floss? I was like, water pick. They're like, nope, doesn't count. So.
Okay, asshole.
Since then, I don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
That's also, cool. Water picks are violent. We're going to get into that. Like, that shit used to tear my mouth apart.
Yeah.
Pause.
Man.
Somebody's shaking something or popping something for him.
There you go. Leave the clear for me.
Shake that ass, spin that corner.
Can you please?
Shout out to him. He's doing concerts now.
That's pretty amazing.
For his 2 songs.
He's got more than 2, right?
People know, I guess.
This is the Who Up and Knows podcast. I'm Patty V. Yeet.
He's distracted by his chords.
Too much going on.
He's playing with his chords over there.
Oh, we got Dave Rainey.
Chords.
There you go. I wish they could hear the guitar when we do that. We need a floor mic. Dave Rainey, Aaron Poole. Yeet.
What?
In the Brew Bros studio.
Yeet.
Having a good time. How's life?
Tell me how's your friend. What?
That's nice.
What's that song? Is that Lips of an Angel?
Oh.
How's life? Tell me how's your family? Something like that?
No.
I don't know. I hear Lips of an Angel in my head right now, but I don't feel like I hear that part.
I don't know.
I was singing it like it's really, really fast, and I'm like, I don't think that's in there.
No, that's a country song that I'm thinking of. Anyway, how's life?
That's where my brain went.
Okay.
Banger.
Oh, I went to So Late.
Didn't they have like one other song that was like
don't know.
Good old Hinder. It's like Daughtry. They had a little run there for a little bit.
Nah, Daughtry had bangers.
I don't like Daughtry. I don't know why. I just can't
It's
get
not
with
over.
Bangers.
Yeah. I like Nickelback.
You don't like this?
I don't know. Just something about Mr. Chris Daughtry. Christopher Daughtry.
I do like some Daughtry.
Yeah. He's okay. I don't hate him. I'm not a massive.
It's like one of the only American Idol winners. Or actually, he's not even a winner. He came in like 10th place.
Yeah. That's true.
Did really anybody like after the first couple seasons of make it out there?
Carrie Underwood.
Like Carrie Underwood, Clay Aiken had a little run.
Kelly
Clarkson. But that's like I feel like that was the first couple of seasons. Now they're on like 20 something, and it's like, oh, who won?
You better put some respect on Scotty McCreery's name, okay?
I
guess for like a year, but then
was he American Idol?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
he's still out there singing. Not as much as he was when. What was the shit? He had one song that was like his.
Can't remember it. It's
exactly.
Slipping my mind.
There was
point proven.
There was Philip Phillips, who I only remember because his name was Philip Phillips.
I remember Ruben, but he didn't win, did he?
Ruben stuttered. No, but he had a banger in Sorry for 2004. That was a nice one.
I feel like you remember more of the funny auditions than you do any of the winners. Outside of like Carrie Underwood, like the She Bang is definitely.
I feel like you don't get like the like that's what made American Idol so funny, like must watch, because it was half good people and half like just horrible. Now it's all like I feel like it's good and it's feel good stories, and it's like bring back the just people just getting dunked on,
make fun of people,
because you can't make fun of people nowadays. Maybe that's why.
I haven't watched an episode of American Idol in probably 10 years.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last one. I think the last one I watched was Scotty McCreery's season. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
I'm not watching network television like that.
I did. I see more clips than I do the actual show. Like I think it was last season or the season before, they had the Hawaiian dude that his like dad had passed away, and he was singing the song about his dad, and he was like crying midway through, and then like turns to Luke Bryan and Katy Perry, and
they're also
they're just all bawling, crying.
What song was it? I'm just curious.
It was like his own song.
Oh, okay.
No. It was like a James something, like talk about seeing the monsters again, or he'll basically it's like he'll be the one to keep the monsters away this time.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's so sad.
I'm laughing because it'd be hilarious. It'd be terrible, but also hilarious if it was like if they started singing it and they were all just like, "Brother, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
That was terrible.
With all due respect. That was like the Drewski thing. Yeah. It's like, with all due respect.
You know there's people like that. It just doesn't get into air because they don't want to get canceled. Oh, yeah. They're like, this song is about it's a song I wrote about my dead dad. And then just like midway through, like, man, this is horrible.
What if they started like that and then they just went off on a tangent?
Yeah.
Like, you never bought me toys.
It's just spoken word. It's just spoken word. It's not even a song.
Dave's over here.
Dad.
Source subject.
Never there. Always scared. And then it's just like, you're not singing at all.
You laughed when
I can't. I'm gonna have to, as soon as this is over, I have to figure out the Scotty McCreery song because I feel like Scotty McCreery, he had a
few.
I know, and I just can't think of them.
There was a main one though. Like his main one when he came out was like,
I keep thinking of Smile. I know that's not a song. You make me smile. That's Uncle Cracker, but it's like I know that's not it. But I'm just trying to, just his deep voice. That's what.
Shout out Uncle Cracker, I guess.
Uncle Cracker.
I guess.
We saw Uncle Cracker live.
What a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Uncle Cracker at a pool party in Vegas. Pretty good spot for an Uncle Cracker concert. I only know like 2 Uncle Cracker songs.
Probably the only
and one of them is actually a Kenny Chesney song that he's just on.
I feel like the vibes are probably through the roof though. It feels very like Jimmy Buffett.
It's well, to be honest, it's one of those scenarios where almost any type of music, you'd be like, okay, vibes are great.
Yeah.
It's hard to not be great vibes at a pool party.
That's fair. Unless you hate sun and water, then, you know.
You probably shouldn't be there.
That's also true.
You're in Vegas.
When in Vegas.
Do you see they're having like after parties and stuff for WrestleMania? That's gonna be
it was $500 to meet Liv Morgan, and I was wondering, is that worth it?
No.
It's also like,
in what capacity? Is it like you just get to be in the same room as her?
Well, first off, it was like Liv Morgan and I think it was like Damian Priest at the same time. Like, can I pay like $250 to just meet her? I don't want to see. It's also labeled as an after hours.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I think they're doing, I saw like a commercial for it. That's what made me bring it up. After hours events. And I was like, are these at like clubs? Are they just doing like, these are the special guests at clubs?
I kind of want to just like when it's here next year, I kind of want to just go out after WrestleMania.
Go out before. Last time I was here, we were out the night before. Wrestlers were everywhere. Yeah. It was crazy.
Well, I think I've seen them whenever they were here recently. I saw like Damian Priest and somebody posted pictures that they were out on Bourbon after SmackDown. Which you'd assume like Friday. I mean, they're here from Friday to Monday, or maybe even Tuesday now. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a long weekend. Yeah, I was at Lafitte's, saw a couple people. I was literally next to Matt Hardy, like shoulder to shoulder. It's kind of cool. Like he was doing his whole he had like a snake. Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like so. I was gonna say, I wonder if so when the Super Bowl's here, all the Super Bowl celebrities get recognized while they're out. And I was gonna ask, do you think that happens to the wrestlers? And I assume during WrestleMania weekend, probably. But like when they were just out after SmackDown that night, you think they're able to just walk around?
I think that even if people recognize them, I think they're still fine. Like I was next to what's the guy who was with the Bludgeon Brothers and now he's with the Wyatt Six?
Eric.
Eric, yeah, big dude. First of all, massive guy. Yeah. He was at Lafitte's, and like nobody was even trying to talk to him. Which I mean, maybe
for multiple reasons, probably.
Maybe multiple reasons. Yeah, maybe they don't recognize him because he's not top of the card, and maybe also he's massive, and they're like, maybe
don't want to piss off this guy.
What level can we get to where they're like the perfect amount of like famous to not get recognized, but you'd be kind of excited if you ran into him?
Like wrestler wise, or just
wrestler wise? Because like Stone Cold can't walk down Bourbon Street and not get mobbed, right?
No.
Like so like where can we get like CM Punk? Can he?
LA Knight maybe.
That's who was out on Bourbon. It was LA Knight and Damian Priest.
I feel like you'd have to be a wrestling fan to know who LA Knight is, and like
because a lot of them just kind of look
some swole like just guy that's just out there.
Like Liv Morgan just looks like another
little blonde chick walking down Bourbon.
Yeah,
little 4'9".
Right.
Yeah, she's still in her hoe phase. Good for her.
And even like Damian Priest, like he's tatted up. He's got like a character to him, but then he's in New Orleans, which he kind of just fits in like another.
Yeah, he fits in.
He looks like he could just be straight off a graveyard tour.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if he's down at Lafitte's, I'm not even giving him a second look. I'm like, yeah, I know. I get he's 6'4". He looks like he belongs. It's fine.
Yeah.
Get a purple drink.
What's the guy for Princess and the Frog? The main villain. Something new. I don't know what it's
Dr. Facilier.
Yeah. I was thinking of the thing you made.
I was too. I was like picturing it. What's his name?
Yeah.
Shake a whatever man's hand. Shit, I can't. My brain is not braining. Ever happened to you?
I'm still trying to think of the Scotty McCreery song, and I can't. I keep going back to Uncle Cracker. I don't know. I'm just trying to picture something deep in his voice, but then I go to Josh Turner.
Would you lock them doors? I wish I would have gone on the same song with you because we started at the same time. It would have been nice.
So I have a country playlist on my phone. It's called Howdy Howdy, and it's like as new country songs come out, the cover is Woody. Also, it's just Howdy Howdy. But I got tired of listening to new country songs, so I made a Howdy Howdy OG version. So now it's just nothing. I made the cutoff like 2008, so it's like 80s, like mid 80s to 2008.
Probably a really good playlist.
It's a solid playlist, and it's not like just all. There is the popular ones that you would think would be in there,
sure.
But then there's like some Tim McGraw deep cuts. It's a good playlist.
What is a Tim McGraw deep cut to you? I'm just curious.
Between the River and Me.
Okay, that is a deep cut. That's a good one.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I like that. I felt like you were gonna go with something like, and I was gonna be like, nah, come on.
No, if I tried to give you like a Garth Brooks deep cut, it would probably be a super popular song. But I know my Tim McGraw. You see, fair. Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney, I can get pretty deep on. But
I do like me some Tim McGraw. Boy, no pause. Just stare him in the eye and say it.
There you go.
We don't do that here.
Saw him live with Faith Hill.
How was that?
It was great.
Better than I thought it was going to be. Tim McGraw, his live vocals are kind of iffy sometimes.
Yeah.
Faith did her thing. Tim actually put on a decent show.
Yeah. Well, because I've seen him many times. When he was younger, he could run around and do all the stuff without getting without it affecting him too much. Now he still runs around like that.
Yeah,
because he runs around similar to Garth Brooks. He's all over the place, but he's just not as, I don't know. You know, he's older now. It's harder for him to hold some of those notes. And
Garth still be going, man.
Yeah,
yeah. Garth dripping sweat, throwing it at the crowd. It's like, all right, I didn't sign up for this, buddy.
Yeah,
as long as they're paying him all that money to sell at them stadiums, he'll play until tell him not to.
There you go,
and then he'll still do it.
So number 3.
Go back to back threes.
Oh, did we do 3 first last week?
Yeah,
we did.
Whoops.
I can't even. I'm blinded by these lights. I'm like, I see what 3 is, but number 2 is really slipping me. Number 3 says feeling fruity. This could go a lot of ways. I'll be honest with you. I know which way I intended it, but then I saw a clip earlier, which makes me also kind of chuckle. The first one I'm going to ask is what it really is.
Okay.
What's your favorite fruit?
Ooh, cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. So like water.
Nah, you get the right. I mean, you get it to the right. It's funny you say that. So there's for the first time, I went to like an actual fruit stand. Usually we get our fruit from Rouse's, whatever, Winn-Dixie. But I went through Abita the other day, and they got the fruit stand that's like right across the street from the what is it, the pub or whatever that is right there, that Abita restaurant.
Yep. And
I went there, and I got a cantaloupe. Tastes completely different. Whole different flavor. I don't know if I like it or not. Like, it's good, but I think I prefer the one with all the stuff in it.
Give me the store-bought, full of pesticides.
Yeah. So I cut it open, and it was like a darker, or like it looked different and everything. I was like, this is interesting.
Was it just more ripe?
Maybe, but I think it felt more fresh. Like, I felt like that's how it's supposed to taste. And I've been tasting this other cantaloupe for my life, and I just like it.
There were bananas. You get like actual bananas from like other places. You're like, oh, it doesn't look like anything. Like I was supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, I've came around on some pineapple. Pineapple's been my fruit of choice as late. I was a big grape person, but now pineapple, just a good cold pineapple.
Cantaloup's my favorite. Strawberry's a very, very close second.
I do like those.
Strawberries are just so hit and miss. I feel like pineapples are pretty
I hate pineapples.
The strawberries, like they could either be really sweet or they don't taste like anything at all.
Yeah. I feel like grapes are the same way though.
Yeah.
Grapes can be anywhere from like pucker your mouth sour, like feel like you're eating a warhead, to like, what is this? This is just this sweet piece of candy in my mouth. It's weird.
Piece of candy.
Can we agree that the red apple is overrated as a fruit?
Which one?
Just the standard red apple.
Yeah, like the Gala or whatever it is.
No, not the Gala ones.
Sweet red. What is it?
Red
Delicious.
Yeah, those overrated. I used to think those were
delicious.
I used to think those were good as a kid, but then as you start to venture off into the other apples,
what's the best apple?
The Honeycrisp.
The Granny Smith. I'll give you that because it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's like more of a tart, and it's really good. I feel like Granny Smith is the classic. If you get any kind of like caramel apple,
they're kind of like grapes though. If they're not the right amount of ripeness, then they're just kind of sweet and it's weird.
Yeah. The Honeycrisp it kind of blends both. Like I feel like it blends both worlds, and it's like the perfect amount of sweetness every time.
I do like a Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp is good.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say. Honeycrisp and like a jazz apple. You ever have a jazz apple?
I don't know.
Jazz. Very similar to a Honeycrisp.
Interesting. Satsuma's underrated fruit.
Also, like pain in the ass.
Satsuma's always confused me as a child because I'm like, this is an orange.
Now they're called cuties.
No,
they're
not Satsuma.
Years ago, I was dating someone. You know what story I'm going with here? We were at her apartment, and Erin got into an argument with her roommate about whether a clementine was an orange. It went on for a while. I think it was the first time I had ever like hung out with this girl, and he's over here arguing with her roommate about clementines.
There's a gray area. There's too many.
Orange area.
It's the orange area.
It's all citrus.
Yeah. Orange, clementines, little like cuties. Like,
isn't cutie a brand though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is clementine a brand? See, now I feel ignorant because I don't even know anymore.
I don't know. He was
Aaron, explain to me.
I don't even know myself, to be honest. Having a toddler, the only things I get are the cuties, which I think are the brand. Which, first world problem, pain in the ass. When they have to bring you, like, can you open it? And you got to sit there and you just peel it a half an inch of peel by it until you finally get it. Then your hands smell like orange for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I like to. I like oranges, but I don't know. I'm not often like, I want an orange, but I always will get Satsumas. Like if I'm driving around and there's a truck on the side of the road that's selling Satsumas, I'm getting me some Satsumas.
Are they sweeter? Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is about them. I think they're just maybe if I went with the cuties and they were smaller, because I think a Satsuma is the perfect size. Like I don't want to eat a whole orange. You know what I mean? But a Satsuma is like perfect snack size. Like if I just want a quick fruit, boom.
Yeah. Like the cuties.
Yeah.
Dear cuties, when you buy cuties, I have this problem all the time. I don't know why. When I buy cuties, the damn things mold within like 3 days. And then I'm like throwing out cutie fruit.
Yeah.
So frustrated.
It's like banana. It's like detention. You got to separate them so they don't touch each other.
Is that the key?
Yeah. They said you do that with bananas too. In order to make them last longer, as soon as you get them, you tear them apart.
Then why did they invent the fruit bowl?
You know,
you're supposed
some things just don't make sense.
Aren't you supposed to hang bananas?
I don't know. I've had a banana
from a tree.
No, they sell banana stands that you just like put on your counter and they hang. Because if you just sit them on a rack or something like that or in a bowl, if you notice, the bottom gets brown faster.
That's when you make banana bread.
I guess.
You know what I do with my brown bananas?
What's that?
I mash those suckers up with some egg whites and I just like fry them in a pan. It's kind of like a pancake, but not. It's like tricking my brain.
I feed them to my dogs.
I mean, that's okay too. Good for the dogs.
My dogs love some fruit. My dog loves some blueberries. I know you're not supposed to give all fruits to the dogs.
Yeah.
But blueberries are ones that are okay.
I went through the Rolodex in my list. I was like, is blueberry okay?
Yeah, blueberries okay. So like when they start to go a little bit bad and you're not going to eat them, I freeze them and then I give them to my dogs.
There you go.
My dogs, they're healthy. Every time I pull out some strawberries, dogs get some.
Yeah. For the record, my favorite fruit is also pineapple. I just wanted to circle back to that because I didn't give my opinion. Do love me some pineapple.
Some good
But
pineapple.
does it go on pizza is the real question here. He's going to say hell no because he hates pineapple.
Yes.
Sit this one out.
Give me a good Hawaiian pizza, man. We just got struck by a meteor.
That might have been loud enough that you could hear it.
Goodness gracious.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
So my live flash.
Yikes.
The fact we're all wearing headphones.
Yeah, we all jumped.
Somebody almost stepped through the ceiling.
God.
Good Lord.
God, are you up there?
Goodness.
Oh, man.
So pineapple is my favorite.
Anyways. What else?
Pineapple's also good in the crawfish barrel.
I've had it before, but it was okay. It was just okay. I do citrus belongs in the boil, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I accept it on pizza. Like I said, Hawaiian pizza, give me some ham, some like little barbecue sauce, some pineapples, I'll eat it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not gonna go out my way and order it by itself, but if it's there.
I also like a thin pepperoni, bacon, jalapeno.
Yeah, but I throw some jalapenos on there. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Like that. I like the sound of that.
Pretty good.
So you know how I got those jalapeno things from Costco and I brought them to Jeff's thing, and they were pretty solid. I went yesterday or the other day. I like to walk around, see what kind of new little frozen foods they got.
Mm-hmm.
Brisket stuffed with the cream cheese, bacon wrapped jalapenos.
Big bag.
Yeah. At what point, listen,
you can't keep adding stuff.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I saw that and I was like, sign me up. Yeah. But also, at what point is enough enough?
Oh, that sounds so freaking good.
Because I was like, how are we fitting brisket and cream cheese and then wrap it? Like, how big are these jalapenos?
It's got to be like blended up brisket.
It has to be.
That's where my brain went. There's
it sounds delicious. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I like the inverse. There's this place over here, Bourgeois.
Mm-hmm.
Bourgeois? Yeah, that does the ribeyes, the stuffed ribeyes, and they do like jalapeno cream cheese in it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, boy.
Yeah, those were good.
Big bag.
It does sound good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of food, this relates. I love my going on Twitter and just seeing something that people are arguing about that I didn't even think was a thing that people argue about.
Mm-hmm.
And this week's that I saw on there was brushing your teeth before you eat food. And people were up in arms about, there was two different ones. They had one that was said, brushing your teeth before you eat food is pointless. And then somebody else subtweeted it, which got even more interaction. They said, it's like the guy that's standing in front of the judge and people always give some crazy opinion. And he was just saying, same thing, like, eating breakfast before you brush your teeth is pointless.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have an opinion on it. I don't know if I have an opinion because like some days I do. I work from home, so some days I do get up, brush my teeth immediately. Other days I get children ready, get them out the door, cook breakfast, eat, and then I'm like, I need to brush my teeth. It's been a few minutes. Run upstairs before lunch, brush my teeth, and then I brush them like 16 times that day because I'm like. Weirded out. I don't know. But I don't have an opinion. I don't know.
I mean, it's completely normal to brush your teeth or to eat after you brush your teeth in the morning. I feel like most people are brushing their teeth and then eating breakfast.
Right.
But if you're just like, I'm about to eat lunch, let me go brush my teeth real quick, that's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you like brush your teeth before dinner, then I think it's weird. Because then you feel like you're going to bed after, with, you know what I mean? It's like the brushing your teeth has to bookend the day. Yeah,
that's how I do. And normally in the middle of the day, if I've had like coffee and stuff throughout the day, sometimes I'll brush them throughout the day because I just feel like I don't want my teeth to stain.
I'll do it like if I'm going to work. Sometimes I'll brush my teeth because like if I'm going to work nights, I'll brush my teeth in the middle of the day for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like I'm getting ready for work, and I guess I'm used to it. Or most of the time during the day, I'm just a little floss.
There you go. Good for you. You're better than a lot of Americans. We floss it up. Got a water pick too over there?
I do have a water pick. I didn't buy them. It's my wife's water pick. But I was told by my dentist they don't work like floss. Doesn't count.
No, they don't. But it's better than nothing.
They asked me. They were like, "Do you floss?" I was like, "I'll water pick." They're like, "Nope, doesn't count." So
okay, asshole.
Liars.
Since then, I don't use it anymore.
Yeah. That's
also, water picks are violent. We're going to get into that. Like, that shit used to tear my mouth apart.
Yeah.
Pause.
Man.
I don't know. I guess it just all depends on how soon you're eating after.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to brush my teeth and then immediately be like, all right, time to eat. It's like, it's logic to say I'm going to brush my teeth when you get up in the morning and then, like, you get something on the way to work or you get coffee when you get to work or whatever. But,
right.
I don't know. Someone said it was just like, well, at that point, you might as well just not wipe your ass. And I'm like, those two things don't correlate.
They do not. Not the same.
I'm like, but you kind of think about it. You're like, I mean, I guess you kind of get their point a little bit.
Do you wipe your ass before you take a dump?
Yeah.
Well, no.
If you're gonna take a dump again later, you might as well just.
Is my butt dirty? That's the comeback. I understand though, like the minty fresh orange juice, not a good combo. Not that I'm drinking orange juice, but
this kind of relates to the only topic I had.
Okay.
Very popular thing going around right now. What's your morning routine?
Oh Lord.
Sarasota water.
Do you have a morning routine, and is it 3 hours long?
No. I do have somewhat of a morning routine, but it's because I have kids and I have to have a morning routine.
First off, that's not a morning routine. That's a middle of the night routine. You start at 2:30 in the morning and it doesn't end until 5. Yeah.
Some other guy.
Yeah, that's a middle of the night routine.
Hey, if it could be morning for him if he's waking up that early. There's people that live that life.
Shit.
I know it's a joke. Well, yeah. I mean, in general, like people that are like the business people that are like, oh, I'm going to wake up super early and I'm going to go to bed at 7 o'clock at night. Like people really live like that. And they're like, let me get a workout in early. It's, it just feels like it's better for their brain. Maybe it is. I don't know. Like I just wake up early enough. 2 alarms.
Is that necessary? Also, can he fly? Because he like left the diving board at like 3:47 and he landed in the water at 3:50. Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's the funniest thing is just people like mimicking it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part that gets out of it. And it's just people just taking it to the utmost extreme. And you're just like, this is just.
Yeah. I think Logan Paul had one of the best ones that I saw.
Yeah. Where he was like wrestling and then he had what was his like.
He was like dunking his face in Prime.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
The one that really caught me off guard from the everything he was doing was pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was kind of weirded out by like first things first. The tape over the mouth thing scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
not something I could ever do. I know it's a thing, not something I could ever do. Scares the shit out of me. Dunking your face in the cold water, I also understand that. I was like, I don't know about all that. What caught me off guard was when he starts rubbing his face with the banana peel.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
Well, he had someone else rub the banana peel for him, didn't he?
I don't know. I saw banana peel, face, collision course.
No,
I didn't like it.
He rubs it on his face because he also shared like a nighttime routine. He was like, "Oh, I see my daytime routine. Here's my night," and he did the same. Eats a banana, and then like rubs his face. I was like, "Okay, cool."
But you just like leave it there. Like,
here's the thing: he's clearly just a content creator. Like he happened to have a camera on the floor that caught him dropping a bottle that was breaking. He like records a girl bringing him food in the bathtub. Like, I don't. Is he a douchebag? I don't know. Are all content creators douchebags? Probably. What can I say?
When I think about it, bro, I think we're gonna have to do about 10,000.
See, you don't have a morning routine. I have a morning routine.
Well, I mean, not really, but
you don't do a little face cleansing.
I mean, yeah, like so the basics are like wash my face, brush my teeth, cook breakfast. Like that's kind of the gist of it.
Be moisturized.
No.
Shout out to The Rock. I got the whole Papa Tui lineup, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the little face first, the face wash. Mm-hmm. Then it's the toner. So like tighten up the pores a little bit.
There you go.
Then there's the lotion, moisturizing. Mm-hmm. And then it's the eye gel. And then I just got the regular lotion. You hit the elbows, hit the knees.
Mm-hmm. I don't get ashy, so I don't know what that's.
I don't either because I use that.
I'm naturally early.
There you go.
I have more of a nighttime routine than like a morning routine because I feel like nighttime routines you kind of with the kids you kind of you can have more of a routine than in the morning you're like getting up, getting the kids ready, getting them fed, but I do the same thing like basically but I don't do like the whole toner and stuff I used to, but it's got me a little moisturizer, a little nighttime cream.
Yeah.
Just put that on there. I usually get some beard oil.
Well, I was gonna say you don't really shave. The toner for me is like if I got to shave because I'm going to work or whatever the next day, that's when I use the toner. Makes it feel good.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's at the very least, it's the face wash.
Are you Q-tip guys?
No. Q-tips are bad for you.
I know. Everyone says that. But then how are you supposed to get it out your ear?
I don't know. They make these little things.
The little, you got a water pick. That's basically what people use. Just use, I'm sure it can pressure enough to get the earwax out.
Just going to go back to the moisturizer thing. I used to use moisturizer and I actually absolutely loved it. And I've recently switched to a face wash that I like Googled because I wanted to get into a better skincare routine. And I found like a million people recommending it, like all these dermatologists. And I was like, oh, cool. So I did that. But I need to get back into my moisturizer game. So whatever the hell you just said, tell me after, and we'll get on that.
It's just the Rock's brand. Of course, he started advertising it. I was like, people love the Rock. Rock looks like he's got great skin. I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot. I've been using it.
How that man drinks tequila every day, eats like crap on the weekends, and still looks like a freaking Greek god.
Yeah, well, because he burns like a ridiculous amount of calories in his workouts.
He's also taking peptides.
That's true.
Keep the pecs strong.
Let's keep it real.
5.
Five says, "Are you weird?" And the reason I wrote that is because I am freaking weird, like dead serious, weird as hell. Driving in the car. Here's an example. Radio commercial will be on, and it'll be like, "Do you have blah 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 credit card debt?" And then I'll be like, "Shut up! Get away from me!" Like, how'd you know? I don't know, just doing the dumbest stuff. Or like sometimes in the car, I'll talk to myself in a British accent, just because, why not?
I like that. It kind of my car talk kind of relates to the "Are you weird?"
Oh yeah,
yeah, because it is car related, and it's I don't know if it's weirder for, like, say someone's walking in front of you and you're at like a intersection and you stop to let them go. Is it weirder for you to mouth what you're saying, or is it weirder to talk when they clearly can't hear you? Like you're like, go ahead. Or if you're like,
I think it's weirder to mouth it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because like you're the only one that's going to know if you're saying it, if you're not saying it. They're just going to assume that you are saying something. So in their head, they're like, "Oh, that's nice," and then in your car, it's like,
"Yeah."
No, the thought to mouth it doesn't even go through my brain. I'm just saying it.
I don't.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't get it. It's funny because I'll talk to myself in the car. Clearly, I just said it. But if I don't even say anything, actually, I'm just like, I don't mouth anything. I don't say anything. I'm just like, I'm kind of like passive aggressive. Like, you gonna go? What are we doing here?
They had a little standoff today. It was this truck was going, and they had these two ladies coming on this side, and then the truck was like, go ahead," and the lady's like, "No, you go ahead," and the truck's like, "No, you go ahead," and the lady's like, "No, you go." I'm like, "Look, I'm going," and somebody, you guys can keep having this like standoff because I'm crossing the street. Somebody, you guys are being too nice.
I picture you just like,
rolling, because I'm like, do I go? Do I not go? Do I go? Because it's all like, this interaction is affecting if I can cross the street or if I get T-boned by this Ram truck, But,
I had a car situation today too.
Nice.
I was driving home, and it was by the bridge over there, so doing the little zipper merge thing like normal. The guy behind me was not having it. This dude was so close to my car. His little rundown piece of shit was so close, and I had my new car. He was so close to it that I don't know that I could have put like a ruler between my car and his. And that's how close he was staying to mine, because he didn't want anybody merging in between us. And I made eye contact with him through the mirror. And he was like throwing his hands up at me. I stopped and let 3 cars go. I was like, "Get off my ass." Like as if he could hear me. I was like, "Get off my ass." And he was throwing his hands up. So I stopped and I let 3 cars go just to piss him off. Then he followed me for a while, and I thought he might just be following me to my house. He did not. He went somewhere else. But it got very close. I was like, "Oh, this guy is just is gonna follow me home and then try to kill me because I let 3 cars go." But I didn't like it. I was like, "No, get off my ass."
People are crazy, man.
Zipper merge is a problem.
I was like, "It's one car. Like, are you?" That always bothers me. Are you in that much of a hurry that one car in front of you is gonna cause an issue?
I think zipper merging is only a problem if people don't do it.
Yeah.
Like if one guy clearly is like, "Nah," then it's like, okay, now you've ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
And now I'm letting 3 people in front of you.
Yeah, just let one person go and then drive. And then the next person behind you, they can let one person go. But it's like, I don't know, some people just refuse to let somebody go. And it's like, look, we're going to be in the same traffic. What are you going to be ahead of me 0.2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
It just...
It happens all the time. Like when I'm going to work, people will go going down River Road, and I mean, you know River Road, but the speed limit's like 35, and most people, it's all plant workers that go right there at those hours of the morning, and most of us are going like 45, 50, right? some of them will get on your ass when you're going like 50 at a 35, and then they fly around you going like 70 or 80. Like no exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
Then we all pull it at the exact same time.
Yep.
I'm like, really? Was it worth it?
I love that.
And what's funny is we all work together. So like everybody's cars and nobody says anything, but we all make eye contact and it's like, was that worth it? No? Okay.
It's like the,
worth it.
I don't know if y'all seen this. Shane Gillis talks about it on, Shane Gillis talks about it. On the podcast. He talks about there was this guy riding a bike and he drove past him and he was like, yeah, fuck pussy. And then he drove up and then he caught a red light and then he sees in the back the guy's just pedaling on the bike. He's like, fuck, he's gonna catch up to me. And he had his window rolled down. He's like, should I roll it up? And he's like, no, I gotta do whatever he wants to say. I deserve it. And the guy came up and reached in his window and said something back to him and they just both started dying laughing. It was like a mutual respect thing. It's like you just think you can do whatever, but then it's like,
yep,
fuck, red light.
Yeah,
I get what's coming to me, I guess. You know?
Cars make people feel invincible.
They really do. Really do.
Everybody thinks the cars are a safe space.
I saw a video the other day where it was like if we acted the way we act in cars while we're walking down the road, and it's like somebody just accidentally drifts in front of you. It's like, come the fuck on! Like yelling at the back of their head.
Do you get more frustrated by driving in your car and dealing with people in their cars, or more frustrated walking around a grocery store and dealing with people walking around a grocery store?
100% a grocery store. Only because I'm like, I see you being oblivious right now. I can tell that you're just checked out and you have no idea what's going on, even an inch around you. Like, can we just check into reality here and realize that I'm just trying to reach over you and grab the hot dogs? Thanks.
Or hey, how about let's not park our shopping cart in the middle of the aisle when everyone is trying to go around you.
Yeah, and it'd be nice too.
And everybody, whenever like one person is being like that, the entire grocery store is like that. And it's not even just that one grocery store. You might go to one grocery store and then you got to go to like Lowe's later. They're all going to be like that there too. It's an entire day. And I'm like, I'm going to kill somebody today. This is the day I commit murder.
It's almost like the same thing I do in the gym, which people in the gym probably hate me for this. If I'm waiting for something, I will literally just like, I'm just standing there staring at it, just waiting. Like, all right, whenever you move, I'm going to get to this.
So I do the same thing. Like when people are looking at meat in the grocery store, like I understand like the older people got to get right up to it. Right. And see what they're looking at.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But also, like, you know what a ribeye looks like. You can tell. You don't have to get that close. But anyway, I get to a point where I'm not going to say anything and be rude, but you're going to feel my presence there. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm waiting.
What's more
Please
rude?
hurry the fuck up.
What's more rude? Because I battle with this internally. Is it standing there just staring at them waiting, or is it just reaching over them and grabbing something? Because I've kind of wanted to do both. I'm not sure which one's best.
Yeah, because while you're standing there waiting, you are kind of eyeing it, looking at what you want.
Yeah.
If I see one, I'm not waiting around for you to grab it.
Right.
I'm going to get it.
That's the next one. It's like if I wait long enough, they take what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm
Look, you got like a 30, 45 second grace period before I go get what I want.
That's longer than I would allow. If I see it, I'm just like, excuse me, and I just cut in front of him. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna.
That's probably the proper way. If we're being
I'm
honest.
just too impatient to.
It bothers me that they stop with like when I do it. I put my buggy by the middle of the aisle. You know, there's usually some little coolers right there. I put my buggy there, and I'll walk up and get what I want. I hate when they not only them taking up a spot, your whole 4 foot long buggy sitting there taking up a spot.
Yeah, the sweet old Ethel that's just browsing the meat aisle. She's slowly navigating.
She's got her shopping list out.
She's got the shopping list out, but this meat is not on the list. She's just looking.
She's trying to remember if she needs the meat.
She's
for the stew.
It's been so long since she had it.
Yeah,
you know,
she's reminiscing.
Trying to figure out which one was best. I remember when I used
to eat meat.
Yeah, and then she's looking at each one individually. She picks it up. It's it's a family pack. Ethel, come on now.
She's weighing it.
Come on, you're gonna take that home and freeze it, aren't you?
She's making sure it's actually a pound.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find myself doing not really being rude, but like always constantly running into somebody, whether you're exiting an aisle or you're getting close to it, and I'm always the one apologizing. And something about it, if they don't acknowledge or they acknowledge, I get pissed off and I just
hit them again.
Yeah. Whereas like if I almost hit somebody or they're like somebody could come around the aisle and they're clearly in the wrong and almost hit me and I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I'm like, why am I sorry? And then they don't say anything. I'm like, fuck you. Now I'm not. Now I'm not sorry. Now, it's like,
yeah, I wish I would have hit you.
Just have some common courtesy.
Grocery store etiquette is endless content. There's we could do a whole episode on grocery store etiquette.
Probably could. We've talked about stuff before.
Yeah. Another thing that bothers me is you go to turn down an aisle and there's a person going in each direction and they both decide to stop right next to each other. Leave a space, okay?
Move your cart.
Yeah.
Move your cart.
Leave a space so that I can maneuver on through.
I think we're different. I'll be honest. Cause like even my wife and my daughter sometimes will like not realize that I'm trying to get out of people's way. I'll be like, hold on. I'll like move the cart out of the way. We're here. We're looking at something. But I'm like, listen, we could leave the cart here and then we're blocking the whole damn aisle. It's 3 of us here and a cart. Can we be courteous?
I get so pissed at my wife, like in stores or just in general at the grocery store, because I feel like her self-awareness is not there.
She's one of the ones.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I could see somebody trying to get past, and I'm just kind of like you said, I'm just like, get out the way. I'm like, hey, he's trying to go through. Can you get out the way? I'm like, sorry. Like, how do you not see somebody in the back of your noggin?
Some psychologist somewhere is like deep diving into our childhood.
I know.
These kids were told they did things wrong a lot.
I'd also like to throw out the idea of scooter only hours for grocery stores because that's the worst. Where there's multiple people on scooters there. Listen, I don't know why you're having the scooter. If it's some crazy medical issue, I'm sorry. But I need you to be from like the hours of 1 to 2:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I know when to work around them because that's the worst.
Yeah. I felt the one time I had to use a scooter because my foot was like jacked up for like a month and I literally couldn't walk anymore. I felt so bad. Like driving. First of all, I was embarrassed. I'm like, oh, I'm riding this damn scooter through Sam's. I look like an idiot. I look like a 70-year-old woman.
Sam's is okay. There's enough space in Sam's that I think you can make it work. But like when Dixie's so small, like you can't just be like the grannies in Bluey. You can't just be doing that. You know what I mean? Like
it's one of my favorite episodes.
I know. Yeah.
Does he sing Big, Scotty McQuarrie?
What?
How's
I love you this big.
Yes.
Eyes have never seen this big.
I'm pretty sure. I think you nailed it. I don't know if that's the one I was thinking.
We said something in the grocery store that like I was like ting ting pong pong tung song.
I love the sound effects too.
It'll be horrible if it's not the song.
We
like,
used to be able to look these things up
when we had our phones.
We can't. Yeah.
It's like the topic I brought. If you know a song, you don't know it, and if anybody around you doesn't know, now you can just do it in your phone. But we don't got our phone.
Yeah, I have my laptop, but it's over there, and I didn't grab it. Whoops.
I saw a billboard for. It was advertising that a robot can do your spine surgery. No thanks.
Kind of scary, but also maybe not.
Sign me up.
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't need R2D2 operating on my spine. No thanks.
Sign me up.
I'm fine with certain automatic cars and certain AI things, but I think I draw the line at spinal surgery.
Yeah. I don't know where I draw the line. I'll be honest.
RoboCop wants to make me a drink. Cool. Operate on my spine. Nope. I think there's limitations.
You're more afraid of robot error than human error because I trust the robots more than I trust the humans. This doctor could just be having a bad day and his brain could just be wandering while he's doing my surgery. You know what I mean?
Someone could hack into it. It could malfunction and just like stab your back.
Sure.
Pretty sure
the doctor could also screw it up.
Pretty sure the robots are also being like watched by humans. Like they're being monitored.
That's what they say. That's what they say. They can also watch it malfunction as it tears my back apart.
They could. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't even like the automated cars. I'll be honest. Like I'm still like, but maybe.
Maybe like a minute surgery.
Yeah.
I got a fractured pinky. They got to get in there and
I don't know if we're doing surgery on fractured pinkies.
Put a brace on there.
Here you go, doc.
Yeah, the robot is gonna put the brace on there for me.
You want him to kiss your boo boo too?
Yeah, put me a little sticker on there. Maybe robot can give me a shot. How about that? We'll start there.
Ooh, vaccines, huh?
Administer a shot for me, Mr. Robo. Dummy on me, Robo.
I
Give me a Chateau.
I wanted to dive into the vaccine conversation so bad. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Can't wait for my heart to explode.
Do you still get your flu shots?
No. And it's not for any weird, like I just don't. I got, or maybe it is a weird thing. Are
you an anti-vax?
I'm not, but like I think vaccines have their place, not to go on this whole tangent, but I definitely worry about some of them now. And only because I got a Tdap shot right before my kid was born, and then I got sick worse than I've ever gotten sick in my entire life, like 2 months after. And it was horrible and miserable. And I'm like, that's the first time in my life I got Tdap and a flu shot. It's the first time in my life I got that sick, and I don't ever get vaccinated either during the seasons. And that was the first time I did it. And I was like, this is fucking horseshit. I'm never doing that again.
It's kind of scary because, I mean, it basically is like putting the virus into like a small dosage. So it's like, what's kind of scary. Makes take over.
I think the only time I got my flu shot was when my wife was pregnant with our first kid.
Yeah.
But other than that, and I got Tdap too. But then since then, like I think the kids get them. I think I've gotten it one time. Work offers them
animal shots and stuff.
Yeah, work offers them for free.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm there, I think like when they're offering it, like if that's my shift on, I'll go do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like going out of my way to go get one.
I think that I have just started to want to know more before, even with like my kids, right? Like I have a barber whose daughter, I forget what shot you get when you're like 12 or whatever, or when the girls get older, they get, is it one of the hepatitis shots or something? I don't know. Anyways, they get a shot when they get older, and she had an adverse reaction to it. And granted, this is like one of the 1 in a millions, but like hearing that scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Whereas like this girl almost died and had to have like a transplant or something. Like it was horrible. I was like, damn, like that's crazy. And like, I'm going to have to make that choice to get my daughter vaccinated against whatever this thing is in the future. And it's like, what if that happens to my daughter? And then we have medical issues moving forward because of a damn vaccine. I know that the argument against that is like, well, what if the inverse happens? Well, can I look at the odds first at least? Yeah. Can I do some math? Can you run some numbers by me?
Yeah, it's always, like I said, and there's so much nowadays because it felt like it was so common before, but now it's just, now with social media and just so much stuff out there and more research going into stuff, it's like, just let me see first.
No.
Before I make that decision.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our vaccine conversation.
That's our politics talk for the day.
That's not even politics, to be fair.
Yeah, it can get political.
It can. I don't believe in, whatever. What else we got? I want to talk about number one. Number one is at I'm Live 504. If you don't know who that is, he's a prominent call-in guy on Hold DeMayo's podcast show that he does, Saints shows, all that stuff. He calls in all the time. Anyways, the only reason I brought this guy up, first of all, he's hilarious. The way he talks, it makes me chuckle. But he's just wild. He's like the hilarious, like the uncle that like shows up to the parties with a 12-pack and like he works a hard job in the sun, which this guy probably does. I don't know. The reason I bring him up is today was Derek Carr's birthday. Did you guys see his tweet?
I didn't.
Okay. On his Twitter today, I'm hoping it's fake, but it did not look fake. He records himself. There's a picture of Derek Carr on the ground, and there's 2 bricks just holding it down so it doesn't fly in the wind. And I hear him talking. He's like, "Yeah, Derek Carr," and he's like grunting a little bit. And I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And then he goes back into his normal voice, and I see turds hit the paper, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, did this dude really go outside, place a picture of Derek Carr on the ground, and take a dump on his face for his birthday?" I don't know if he really did it or if it was fake, and if it was poo. I'm gonna say this: it was definitely turds. There were some nuggets on this dude's face. I don't know if he actually pooped outside or not, but I had to bring it up.
You've had a wild 2 weeks on Twitter.
I'm telling you,
a lot of
your algorithm's gonna be.
You just got to see somebody taking a piss in the wind, and you've hit the jackpot.
Yeah, a lot of private things going on, bodily functions and fluids. Maybe that's my algorithm. Am I weird? Am I the problem?
I think you ruined my algorithm. I saw a guy. It went pretty viral, but he was out fishing, and they had this little piece of brown coming towards him, and he's like, "What kind of log is that?" And he picks it up, and he's like, And he sniffs it, and he's like, "Yep, that's poop. That is a perfectly solidified poop." And he throws it back in the water, and everyone's like, "4 sniff." poo sniff is crazy. Like, and I'm like, damn it. I was like, Patty's ruining my algorithm. I got poop on my TikToks now.
First of all, the only reason any of this stuff is on is because it's related to other things. Like this guy, Saints, connects with a lot of people. I actually saw it on the Nose Twitter. I didn't see it on my Twitter. So one of those guys might have been looking up some poop rockets. I don't know.
Well, it's funny. I got on it wasn't a rabbit hole because it was a very short rabbit hole. It was one of the videos that we had posted about the Uber driver, and someone was like making fun of, I guess we were obviously saying the whole thing in jest. They're like, these people go out in the real world and they're so scared of everything, and basically calling you like being scared.
Yeah, I saw that. He was
like, if that scares
you,
you,
come to New York and take the subway or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So just out of curiosity, I clicked on the guy's profile, and he only has one video, and it's from like 15 years ago. And he's got probably 50 piercings on his face. And it's a video of Steve-O kicking him in the nuts. He's at some concert, and he literally gets on stage and has Steve-O like does a 360 kick to the nuts.
I'm proud of this guy.
And I'm like, hey, this guy's not scared of nothing, obviously. You know?
What a hard ass. I love that it's probably his life motto just to be like the hard guy. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm a badass.
Well, Steve-O kicked him in the nuts, so I don't know if he's the hard guy.
Well, you know what I mean.
It's like, I'm be tough. I got 50 piercings and got kicked in the nuts by Steve-O. Yeah. I'm not scared of anything.
I just love when people comment. First of all, you could say the meanest things
about the interaction.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I was living high when people were hating on me for the two-lane stuff. It hurt for a minute because I was like, damn, these people are trying to tear me apart. Yeah. But I was like, hey, how dare you? Thank you for the interaction, I guess. But then I got called a grifter, and I was like, damn, am I a grifter? Then I had internal problems. It's like, uh-oh.
Doesn't bother me. I enjoy it.
Bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Is that the saying? I don't think it is.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
It's kind of like a square is a rectangle. Rectangle's not a square.
Did you know that don't be a square is because you're not a round?
No, but sure.
What?
like said, don't be a square is because you're not around.
Yeah, that means like I better see you.
You're not around.
Is it mean like I better see you? Like,
right.
You need to be around more. Yeah. I gotcha. So like a square is just someone who you don't see a lot. It's Correct. Not really an insult,
right?
But it's used as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
What's an L7 weenie?
What you don't want to be. Loser times 7.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Super losers times 7.
A weenie.
Did y'all see? We talked about Snow. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but the Snow White. It's now the lowest rated movie on IMDb.
That's wild.
It's like 1.7 stars.
Yeah,
that's what happens. And then the director's son came out and like bashed Rachel Ziegler.
I need to watch this movie.
I do too.
I watched Mufasa. Well, half of Mufasa today. People were dogging on it. And it's not bad so far.
I do want to watch Mufasa too.
I need to watch.
They're all British though. It's just not that that's a problem, but
weird.
It threw me off when they're like singing these musicals and they're all like British.
When did they stop being British? Like at what point in time did in the timeline of The Lion King, when did they all lose their accent? They spent enough time at Pride Rock that the accent just kind of went away.
This is like it's like Mufasa growing up, so maybe he was British and then it didn't pass down to Simba, I guess.
Maybe not. Maybe they moved away and then he lost his accent somewhere along
when he
the
get
way.
moved to the Pride Rock, you know, maybe they weren't British speaking over there.
Well, the actor for Scar in Lion King was actually British, right?
Isn't the I'm blanking on the name, the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he British?
Zazu.
Zazu, yeah. Isn't he British?
He does have a British accent. So there's two people with a British. See? Maybe they did just lose their. Maybe that's why Scar hated him. He was like, "Yo, bro, you went against the code. You went against the family.
You forgot where you came from.
Yeah, you done forgot. You hooked up with this little prissy girl from Pride Rock, and now you got to speak in their tongue. What is happening here? See that? I get Scar. I get it now.
Think about it.
That's right. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I need to watch the. What are we talking about?
Snow White.
Snow White. I was gonna say Beauty and the Beast.
And the seven short people.
Yeah, the 7 short. But I need to see if it's a bad movie or if people are giving it a bad rating because it's not what they wanted.
I saw like one clip and it was like her singing and I was like, why with all these new remakes do they have the need to like put in a random song that wasn't in the original?
She has a bird, like the bluebird from the original Snow White. It's like a huge black crow now.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't fit.
Speaking, so this, you just hit something in my brain and I'm going to go with it. This relates, I swear. It's also not appropriate.
I'm a crow.
Speaking of things that they changed into big black things. Yes, I'm going there. Have you heard about Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series, and how they're casting Severus Snape as and first of all, I don't care. I don't give a shit. You recast people as whatever race you want. I didn't care about Little Mermaid, but I saw a video today that made me chuckle a little bit because they were like, if there's ever someone you're going to recast as a black person, it's probably not Severus Snape, and here's why. Think about the entire series and how Harry Potter the whole time is just like, yeah, I don't like him. I don't trust him. And they're like, why? And he's like, he just gives me bad vibes. And then Harry Potter often is like, yeah, I think he did this really bad thing. And they're like, why? And he's like,
just a good.
Look at the guy. Yeah. It's just not you know.
It's funny.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah, they'll probably change it.
That's funny.
Either change the story or I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued by all of it, though. You know, I definitely want to see Snow White. I want to see Harry Potter. Whatever they're doing a series, I guess. I'll watch it all.
Is it a limited series or is it actual like?
I don't know.
HBO?
I think it's gonna be like an HBO like full on series, which is gonna be good because HBO doesn't miss.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, as a lifelong Harry Potter fan of 3 years, I am also in.
Yeah, Snape killed Dumbledore. Do you know for a fact?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
oh, come on. You guys don't know.
Dang,
you guys don't know.
Spoiler.
Goodness gracious.
I just started watching Star Wars. I never like watched them all together.
Yeah. I'm all in on live action Lilo and Stitch, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I just think Stitch. I like Stitch.
No, I haven't. Oh, I have. I saw a sneak peek. You're right.
I like Stitch. I'm all in on that. The How to Train Your Dragon live action.
Yeah,
looks just like a live action, like image for image of the actual movie, and I like the actual movie, so I'm cool with that. Where do we draw the line on live action? Like once they were like, "Hey, live action Toy Story," I'm like, I don't know.
They got live action Hercules coming out
again. Didn't we do that already? Or oh no, we did like
Hercules.
This is like the Disney version.
The Disney Hercules. Okay,
gotcha. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
that should be a live action, probably.
Been a long time. It's those movies need to be updated. It's
been a while.
I know people are against the remakes, but some movies need to be updated.
Yeah,
like I really enjoy Hercules, and like my kid loves Hercules, but like they deserve their own version of Hercules.
Yeah. We watched 101 Dalmatians the other night, the older one.
I haven't seen that
my daughter prefers that one to the actual real action because you should. But yeah, I agree. I think they should remake them. I think they have to remake them, don't they, to like keep the copyrights or something like that?
I don't know.
Probably.
What's happening to Winnie the Pooh? You gotta watch out.
I'm telling you, now he's killing people.
That's right.
He's a bad apple.
That's right.
Yeah, Pooh is killing Eeyore and Piglet.
Spoiler alert.
No spoilers, sorry. Winnie the Pooh, the killer.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all I got.
That's all I got. I'm pelvis deep. I ain't got no more pee-pee.
How can you go on a podcast and say that? I'm not even talking about you. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Did we talk about that on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Goodness gracious. It's for the world to see.
Got no more podcasts. I don't know a P word. Podcast. I don't have no more podcast particulars.
Yeah. I don't have a P word that means like communicating or I don't know.
Protruding. I bet.
Set us off, Aaron.
Thanks for listening. We love you so much. Whether you listen to us on the way to work,
hey little froggy,
in your car, at the house, or you watch us on the tubes of the Ube. Either way, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Bye-bye. Kisses. Love you. Bye.